wine. So this is Fiesta of Nazarene or Fest of Black Nazarene here in the Philippines in Quiapo. So there's a lot of Filipino devoted Catholic that they go for the translation and then the parade. So anyway, mega love shout out to my members, to my new subscribers who subscribed, and to all my pioneer subscribers. Hello, how is your day? How is your night? How is your afternoon? And of course to my super chatters and generous sponsor and donators in my PayPal. Hello, Happy New Year. So today, I would like to share a new recipe that I did this before, but now I would like to share this while I'm doing live. So this is beef burrito a la Lily. And of course, I'm so happy to announce that my little sister passed bar examination last September 2025. And so happy. And of course, my little sister. And when she called me and announced that good news, I was also crying, just, tears of joy that we always, support her during the time that she was taking a review, and especially during the time that first day of bar examination. So we're very uh, close to her to support emotionally, financially, and physically. And of course, I would like also to thank for those people who help guide my little sister from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate that. And today, while we're gonna do so, I already have all my ingredients here. There's a lot of ingredients when you make burrito, guys, but it's very worth it. So actually, I have to cook the burger meat because I use burger meat instead of sliced beef. So I like the burger meat because it's easy, to cook, and sometimes uh, you don't really get the right kind of sliced beef. So I really sure that this I already have this. I already thought so. This is ready to cook. So I use 90% lean and 10% fat. Actually, there's two type of this kind of burger meat. So I bought this in SNR, and the other one is 80% lean and 20% fat. So if you're gonna use that to make some like burrito, it's kind of oily. So it's okay to have a little fats, like 90% lean and 10% fat. Because if it's all lean, the beef or the meat, it's kind of dry. So actually, when it comes to meat, like burger meat, I usually use meat from NR. Hold on, guys. Why is okay? Oh, there you go. Sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, my other phone, actually, my Samsung A plus, Samsung Galaxy 8 Plus smartphone, It's good. I like it. This, but now it's, how old is this? Because I bought this 2016. Hi kiss, hello, happy new year. So are you you have a good new year? So now it's time for me to start. But anyway, guys, so I will close up, the meat that I use here. So this is burger meat, 90% lean and 10% fat. As you can see, there's a little, the white, you can see the white thing, that's the fat. Because sometimes if you're gonna put like 20% fat, it's gonna oily. Beef is, the grease. Once it's cold, it's kind of it butters on your tongue. You don't really enjoy unless it's wagyu. So that's really good fat. Do I have good news? None yet. I'm not pregnant. That's a funny thing. So yes. So do you like burrito? Okay, before that, okay, I already have my vegetable. So tomato. Actually, I prefer to use grand bell pepper because I love the texture. It's kind of a crunchy than the yellow red bell pepper, but I prefer to use when I make burrito green because it's sweet. And of course, tomato, kamati, and then yellow onion. And then I have iceberg lettuce. I have refried beans. Okay. I have sour cream. Oh, there's a lot of ingredients. This kind of recipe is gonna be pricey, guys. So I use the best sour cream because when I notice about the magnolia sour cream, it's kind of a watery, but this one, it's thick. So I use the other brand, but I don't want to mention because I'm not endorser. And of course, so I make Spanish rice. So I just saute with onion, garlic, and of course, rice with, and then beef broth because I use beef for my burrito. And then I use, instead of tomato sauce, I use tomato paste. I like to use tomato paste when I make Spanish rice because it's kind of, you can really taste, the tomato. And then, of course, there's herbs that I use, cumin, black pepper. And then, of course, at the same time, I use powder onion and then garlic. And that's it. And then a sprinkle of salt. So that's my Spanish rice. And cheese. The cheese that I bought, oh my God, it's kind of a. So imagine, guys. So when I do grocery, so this is the cheese that we love to use. Sharp cheddar cheese, okay? This is Heritage. This is American brand. So it's not big, okay? So this is 459. So like I mentioned that if you're going to make a burrito for your guests, it's okay if you have a budget for that, but for everyday, for daily life, it's kind of a pricey for me. So that's why when I plan to make burrito, is not sometimes once a month, or sometimes it depends if I'm craving for that. So the cheese, this is 459. Okay, it's pricey compared to the local. We don't really have a good quality of cheese, so usually we have pasteurized cheese. Okay, so later I gonna grated this, and of course Without this, you can't make a burrito. So this is Mexican tortillas. Okay. So I like this brand, Bambi. So this is 6 pieces. So I'm gonna make 6 pieces for that. So, but before that, it's time for me to cook the meat. Okay, hold on. So I will show you guys the herbs that I use to saute the meat. Okay, here I have one, two, three, four, five, six types of spice and herbs. Hi, Gichi. Anong ginawa mo? Wala akong who's this? Gagawa ako ng burrito, beef burrito a la Lili. And then, of course, beef bouillon. So I have cumin, ground black pepper, uh, oregano herb, what else, basil, and then Spanish paprika here. And then, of course, bouillon. So before that, let me on the how's my audio, guys? Just let me know if my audio is good. And of course, before I for kain tayo, okay. Later, kain tayo pagkatapos ko gumawa. So in the Spanish rice here that I make, I use olive oil because it adds extra flavor for your Spanish rice if you use olive oil. And then at the same time, also with my burger meat, I use olive oil. So let me pin. So just keep, if you have something to ask, guys, just, okay, just write it down to the comment section. But before that, let me tie my hair because I don't want my hair burn. You remember, guys, about the commercial that Michael Jackson, the Pepsi before, he burned his hair. So I don't want to burn my hair. Okay, hold on. Of course, I will use my Wonder Apron. Okay. Crooker, you know what? I'm not, I'm not question your Tagalog because I really appreciate you try your best to speak Tagalog. But you know what? The term that you use, anong ginagawa mo? It's that's uh there's if you're not Filipino, so I understood that you asked something not mean to me. But here's the thing that I would like to inform everyone. Tagalog language is kind of a tricky. Okay, so like that, you ask anong ginagawa mo, so it's just like for us, as a Filipino, there's a provocation, that kind of question. But I understood that you are not Filipino, so I appreciate that you try your best to communicate with me. Okay, so kain tayo. So we're not yet gonna eat because I'm gonna cook. Okay. So that's the thing. Okay, so uh be careful, like, me, somebody, some other country that I'm not really sure what does it mean. I don't really, speak that. But, I understand your, your side, croaker. All right, so it's time for me to cook. So now let's, about a 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Actually, when I cook, the meat, I don't use powder, onion, and then garlic, because I already use, the fresh. So this is very fast to cook. Smell good. So something that I do like a little special to me, I use olive oil. So I have two types of olive oil that I use. The other one is for dressing, and the other one is for cooking. Because there's the difference, if you're gonna use for dressing, the taste is different. And then let's put this. So I think it's half kilo. So I'm very generous when it comes to make burrito. You hear the sizzling, guys? And then it's time for me to add the herbs and then the beef bouillon. A lot of herbs. I like, to add a lot of herbs. Your burrito is gonna be savory. And then after this, of course, I have to put a little salt. Before I eat this, I have to bake this in the oven, conventional oven, for 25 minutes so that the cheese will melted, and that's really good, guys. So if there's a leftover fried beans and of course Spanish rice, that's our side dish. So for the lettuce, I don't use romaine or other lettuce. I use iceberg. So imagine, guys, a big head of lettuce here is about 500 plus, 500 pesos, about 20 bucks. Oh, no, 10 bucks. All right, so I'm gonna use this to slice all the veggies. So guys, if you have a legal, or you need a documents to notarize, just let me know. Here in the Philippines, okay. So maybe the next move of my sister, she will study international law, okay, so that if somebody's like Westerners coming here, she will understand and she can also help for those Westerner seeking justice. So because we have laws here in the Philippines, is not what do you call that? It's not valid in the states. But if you're living here in the Philippines, like do something like documents that you need to notarize, just let me know. Actually, so I'll share a little story. My sister, she don't really open her Facebook because, but she knows she has a strong feeling that she passed that bar exam. Okay, and then yesterday, one of the one of her friend, the parent, remind, send a message. So did you know that the result for bar examiner? And then she said, "No, Tita, I don't really want to until the right time." So she was surprised. I thought, I know it that she called me and she's crying, and I was also, because that's also that we pray for her, spiritually, emotionally, financially, we support her. Okay, so I also teary eyes for that, and I cried tears of joy. So let me taste, because sometimes the we don't want our meat become tasteless. Okay, so a little salt. That's it. So I like, the meat from SNR. They have a good quality of meat. So let me drink water. Actually, guys, I'm looking for a admin, and I'm looking for uh, the right moderator. Huh. Okay, so this is okay. Okay na. So let me cool this and drain a little fats. Hmm. Okay, so watch out soon. I will interview 8,000 miles away. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I'm gonna grate this later. So of course, lettuce. So lettuce here in the Philippines, we don't really have the good size. Small. So Frank told me that some of the farmers, they don't give justice or they don't let the lettuce grow bigger. Sometimes it's as big as my fist, guys. Especially during the time that, the onion. I don't know. The tomato here, it's kind of a pricey. 180 to 200 per kilo. So another leaves. Because actually there's a lot of stuff that I add on that. So that's the thing that I always have Ziploc on my pantry because I love Ziploc. It makes your stuff organized and still fresh. So after that, I put it inside. Actually, in my burrito, I don't add cucumber because cucumber is kind of a watery. So after the lettuce, of course, the green bell pepper. So I already wash all the vegetable that I'm going to use. So it's a lot of work after you make burrito, but for me it's okay. And especially when once I serve this to my husband, he likes it, and I like it too. So I don't complain about the time, the work. Sometimes I can't do this because of the cheese. The cheese that I mentioned a while ago, guys, is it's hard to find in the local supermarket. Even in the SNR, the sharp cheese, we use St. Joseph sharp cheddar cheese. They don't have. They have light mozzarella. I think one is enough. Then so the plastic, I save this because I can use this for making some. ay, Okay, onion. So for those ones to use purple, purple onion, red onion, you can use, but it's the taste is kind of a strong, so I prefer to use yellow. So you can store this in your refrigerator for 1 week to 10 days. So if you're a working person, you can store this in your refrigerator, and by the time back home, you're really tired of your work. All you have to do, just open your refrigerator, bake in your oven for 25 minutes, and you have a good um, burrito. So the thing, guys, when it comes to tomato, I have to squeeze, the seeds, because it's not that's the it's okay to make this kind of salsa, tomato salsa. You don't need to remove the what is this? You don't need to remove the seeds because it adds also flavor with your salsa. But if you're gonna use this for your burrito, you have to squeeze the seeds because it's gonna be watery. So that's what I'm doing. Just remove the seeds. Well, I'm gonna wash this because I don't need to put a lot of. I just prepared this because I thought that it's not enough, but it's enough for 6 pieces of burrito. I don't know. I try my best, to plant tomato. At first, they grow, but when it comes to have a fruit, I don't know. They don't really have a good fruits for that. Okay, so to remove so that I have space here. So when I hear some Spanish people, they said kamati. Oh, that's same as because we pronounce this kamatis. So if it's singular, kamati. If it's plural, kamatis. Anyway, a lot of words that we use that from Spanish. It came from Spanish words. And there's a lot of Spanish people send me, said I can understand a little Spanish, but I'm not really fluent to speak. If for Spanish, counting, yeah, I'm fluent with that. I can read and I can speak and I can count. But other words, if they gonna like straight Spanish, oh, I just tell them, por favor, no habla español, habla English. I can speak a basic Spanish because my parents usually they use Spanish word also when they talk us, especially in my mother's side. And then they keep sending a chat on me. My goodness. So I always tell them, por favor, no habla español. Cuidado. So I told them that I me just habla inglés, entiendes? So hi Ryan, hello Ryan. You like beef burrito? I'm making beef burrito. So this is my el favorito, beef burrito. Okay, so this is tomato. Okay, so I have Spanish rice, sour cream, refried beans, vegetable, and cheese. I'm gonna cheese. But I don't eat tomato. Oh, okay. You can remove the tomato. Don't worry about that. You can remove the tomato. So I'm very generous when it comes to cheese. Oh, I'm doing good, my dear brother Ryan. So I'm so happy because my little sister now she's certified attorney. Okay, so we have attorney in my family. Oh, guys, here's the thing, guys. Just to let you know, okay, here in the Philippines, particularly for oh, thank you. Here in the Philippines, that there's a law about boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, it doesn't matter if that's Filipino or other race. Okay, but that's thing it happened here in the Philippines. A boyfriend or a girlfriend can file case towards with each other, especially if the boyfriend caused emotional depression with the girl, or vice versa if the girl caused emotional depression with a man or with a boyfriend. He can file case towards her, or she can file case towards him. So remember, for those Westerners, okay, even though that it suddenly you visited here, and then there's something that thinks that you no longer interested with her, but you're the one who caused her depression and stress, she can file case towards you. There's a while ago there's a law here that is not valid in the states, but she can give that complaint, or she can write it to the Bureau of Immigration, so that you will be blacklisted here in the Philippines. Okay, so be careful, because I know there's a lot of Westerners. They love to play Filipinas hard. Okay, so for Filipina, beware about that. Okay, because we have law that. So even though that law uh, is not valid in the states, but that person, if he's coming here in the Philippines, he no longer can step on the Philippine soil because of that. But I don't know, there's a lot of Filipina that, they really love to do that. They know that the man is not capable to have a relationship with them, but they still entertain that kind of person. So instead of complaining to the right authority, they can't, because there's also foul play on their side. So remember that, guys. So some of Westerners, they said that just only for a couple. No, it's no longer that, because without your promises, or without your sweet tongue to that person, of course, like if you Westerners coming here, you promise that Filipina, you're gonna marry that, and then at the end of the day, you suddenly change, and you found better than her. Okay, and then you're the one who caused depression with that person. So she has the right, to file complaint or to file case towards you. So if you're not really serious, if you're not really sure towards the person, same thing with the Filipina or other national or races. Don't don't um, don't drop your promise to the person that if you're not really sure. Okay, like I said, don't make the relationship into a instant relationship. Okay, don't. Give your time to know with each other. Even though it's not boyfriend and girlfriend, okay? If you're the one who caused that, the way that you speak to the person, that, the words that it really brings her to a depression, she can file case towards you, okay? And then for those people that, trying, bully. Oh, we have a law here in the Philippines. That's the only thing that some Filipina, they don't know that. Okay. But just to let you know, guys, there is. Okay. Somebody will too much bullying in you. You can file case towards a person even though he or she's in other countries. But if something she or he will plan to visit Philippines, she cannot or he cannot visit Philippines because there's letters from the Bureau of Immigration that stated that this person is a bully person. Okay, that's a sad part, guys. That sometimes when I saw some Filipina that other, I'm not saying all. Okay, remember that word. Some Westerners, they bully, or some other part of Southeast Asia, they bullied some Filipino. You have to be careful about your words, okay? Wow. So I have to be careful. Especially your accusation towards the person is baseless. Ay, yeah, yeah. So you have to say something to the person. It's, it's not baseless. It's facts. Because here in the Philippines, we don't have jury, okay? Just only judge. So you have to be smart enough to convince the judge that you are not saying that and you have lots of evidence. So for Filipina, that somebody bullying you online, keep that words, okay? Keep that. If you know the identity of that person, keep that because that's one of your evidence. So that that person, you can file to the Bureau of Immigration that that person is not qualified to step on the Philippine soil because that person is bully. And then we need foil Oh, by the way, guys, because after this, I have to, you know, wrap with foil so that you can put this in your oven. So I need how many is? Okay, 6 pieces. So if you're dealing with a woman or if you're dealing with the man, take your time, guys. Take your time to know with each other. Don't make the marriage thing instant. 1 year, 2 year, 2 years, you're surprised that your husband or your wife suddenly changed. He or she no longer in love with you. Ay, ay, ay. And then for those women or those for men, don't be so ipal. Don't be so ipal to the family of that person that you're dealing with, because they are not stupid to know who you are. Okay? You can buy stuff in the store, but you cannot buy the mind of people. Remember that. So this is the show that most of you guys pay attention, because this is real talk. Oh, oh my God. No more foil na. Because it's the real thing happen. Ay, ay, ay. So don't fall for that. Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. Lettuce, bell pepper, onion, tomato, cheese, ground burger meat, sour cream. Okay. Completo. Completos ricados. Okay, dokie. It's time for me to rumble. Anyway, I can use this because this is still clean. So all I need to do is wipe. So I'm very happy about the good news that I received yesterday. So me and Frank told my little sister, okay, that we're gonna bring her out for dinner. But she said after the feast in Quiapo, because she's in the parade, because she's PNP, Philippine National Police. So beware of the laws in other countries, not only in the Philippines, but other country as well that you visited. But here, there's some laws that I share with you guys that if you're the one who caused stress with the man or stress with the uh, woman, she can file case towards you, especially if she has a good evidence to file case towards you. Be careful. Lagot kayo. Lagot ka, lagot ka. Huli-huli ka. Huli-huli kang may kasama kang iba. So you can use this one. I don't like, the wet type of tortillas because, there's a bitter taste. So I like this one, just regular flour. Okay. So I don't need to use the gloves because my hand is clean. Okay, I don't use any rings. Okay. So I just, my bracelet don't really bother on my stuff. Okay, so let me wrap na. Don't fly. So first, let's put meat. It's no longer hot. Then my Spanish rice. Too far. Diyan ka. Okay, so I thought that my microphone is... So not much of rice, okay. Spanish rice. So, wag kayong paipal sa family ng babae. Okay. Ay, fried beans. Oh my goodness. Ay. So, for those Filipina guys, be careful. Wag muna kayo magtiwala diyan, ha? Hindi pa kayo kasal. Okay. Green bell pepper. Pimiento. What's onion in Spanish? Because onion, sibuyas. Oh, I think sibuyas. Sibuyas? I think so. Kamati? So there's a lot of stuff, guys. Letsogas. Letsogas is lettuce. Mm, okay, sour cream. And then queso. So you have to secure it on the side, but it's okay. It's gonna be messy in your hand. That's okay. That's normal. As long as you clean your hand, okay? Because you don't want to bake this and on the end of the wrapper is not sealed because it's gonna be messy. So you have to seal so that once you bake this, the cheese or other stuff will not come out. Okay. And this is it. Pancit malabon here. So don't put a lot of Spanish rice, guys. Because of course you have to enjoy the taste of beef, the taste of beans. Just right, guys. Okay. And of course you enjoy the taste of Spanish rice. Don't put a lot that there's a bazaar here and they put a lot of rice, my goodness, and then the rice is not Spanish rice, just rice. So Frank told me, oh, your burrito is best than this. Oh yeah, I can tell that. Not much, like I said. Okay, and then actually, if there's a leftover tomato and then onion and bell pepper, don't worry about that. Keep it in your plastic container because you can use that to make a egg omelet. But the lettuce, um, you can recycle if you want to make a burger patty, you can still use that. But like I said, if you're gonna make some this, you have to calculate that that's only good because I have 6 pieces of burrito wrappers, so I calculated that's good for uh 6 pieces. But there is tomato, onion, and bell pepper. Yeah, I can still use that if there's a leftover. The cheese starts to melt. One is good enough for you. There's something about you. Oh my goodness, guys, when I go to Sis Amy karaoke thing, my goodness, unexpected. There's a mental ill person who go there and he think that Amy's show is a porn show. My goodness. Shame on you. And then showing his thing. That's all you got? So tiny. My goodness. So before guys, before you uh let the person, let him recognize himself first, because if he's doing that, all you have to do, just not not enter don't enter him on your studio. Because if not, if somebody suddenly that take that link, your channel will be in danger, and somebody will report that, even though it's not your intention to do things like that. Somebody save that link and report to YouTube, you might banned or demonetize. So before you enter that person, you have to check first, because before you enter that person, you can see his face. Because at first, when he comment about what he said, oh, I can tell this man is mentally ill. So I understand Sis Amy that he did not notice that, because the time she was singing. But my advice is, Amy, before you let that person, let him acknowledge himself to you first, because you can really see on the screen. Because it happens that to me before. I was so upset because you disrespect my show. And he did that on the second time. But he's not that person, okay? I don't know who's that person, but I know he's black, okay? Black person, but I don't know his nationality. He did that, and I was so, because first time I encountered that. At first, I have a problem on my sight. That time I don't wearing eyeglasses, and what that person doing? And I found out, oh my God! So I have to, I don't let enter. He entered to my studio, but I don't let enter him live, because it gonna be ruin your show. If somebody keep that link, even though you deleted that, if somebody have that, they can report that to YouTube. So, and the second time when I do, it happens that in StreamYard, and I asked some of my collaboration bloggers that it happens this to you, it happened in this, and then they said, yeah. So what I did is, and then of course Frank advised me. Okay, I listened to what Frank advised, and it really worked. But as a first time things happen, that I was shocked. I was a little nervous about that, because I'm not used of doing that. I am not used to see that thing happen. Okay, on the second time, oh my God, when I do live streaming, I use StreamYard. So I'm very thankful that there's a live streaming goes straight on YouTube. Okay, because you cannot put the link unless you invite just only one person that you can able invite on the go straight on your go live on your YouTube. So it happened again. So what I did, okay, that's all. What I just let let him do what he's doing, but I did not enter him in the studio. But I'm talking to him, so I'm embarrass him. Oh, is that what you bragging to me? Your thing? Oh, that's too little. So I'm not impressed about that. So I embarrass him. And then I did not say anything to him, just, oh, that's all you got? And in a few minutes, he's the one who stopped and closed that. Because me, matirang matibay. You did it to me in the first time. Now, okay, I let you embarrass yourself for doing that to me. And then he stopped. And then he has a face that's showing the heart shape. Come on, you need to go to the mental institution. So when I can able to do live on my go live, well, just a little thing that I just go on StreamYard. I usually go on go live because nobody will do such harassment on me, and I'm good with that. When Frank heard what I'm saying, and then when I demonstrate to Frank what he's doing, Frank laughed. Ay, nako. He embarrassed his mother. You know what? He embarrassed his mother, as simple as that. So once you sealed on the tip of your burrito, it will stick on that. So that's very important to use foil if you're gonna store this in your refrigerator. Okay, I already pour two more left so that it will seal. I need more cheese. And then if there's a leftover, if leftover meat, you can keep that and make some egg foo young or, beef omelette. Oh my gosh, my refrigerator is full. Actually, I did grocery yesterday. My schedule for grocery. And I don't understand that, okay, show your face. Show your face, coward. But he did not. He just shown his little thing. So I feel sorry for his thing because he don't give justice so that somebody will impress. And in fact, the person that he shown that don't really impress because it's so tiny. My goodness. Napahiya si Lolo. So I'm very sure that this is our dinner later. So somebody tell me, why don't you put up a restaurant? Oh, it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. You have to hire people that really loyal and honest to you. Because there's capital involved on that. And sometimes some of your employees, they are not honest. They steal money from the store. They steal your your recipe, and then they're the one who gonna build restaurant. Yeah, that's very common here in the Philippines, guys. Okay, if ever like if I gonna put up a business like this, okay, one day you will surprise, next to your restaurant, there's new opening that they wants to sell on this. So you have to be smart to hiring for your workers and employees. Do the legal thing or agreement. A smart and clever agreement between your employees and worker. If not, just like saying in Tagalog, you end up nganga. You end up empty. That's what it means, nganga. Oh yeah, if I gonna do a restaurant, I know, even though they said that, I don't really believe the saying that if you cook the food that you prepare or the food that you eat, you have no appetite. Me, I'm not. I have appetite because I know to myself the food that I cook is good. Okay, I'm not. I don't say that. Oh, if I cook something, I don't have appetite. No, me, I'm not. And one of my dream, if ever, if someone wants to invest to build up a restaurant, I really want to put up soul food. The only thing that I'm worried about is the colored green because we don't have that. So I have to talk for those, in Baguio City who can able, to produce or plant that kind of greens. And that's the only thing that, we don't have here. I know how to make. Oh, my fried chicken is better than McDonald's. I know how to make cornbread. I know how to make smothered pork chop. I know to make fried cabbage, fried chicken, of course, and then catfish. I know how to fillet. I know how to remove the skin. I know how to cook the southern style. But it's gonna be pricey, and it's better to to cook the fresh one if you're gonna build, or if I gonna build uh soul food, southern soul food, the colored green, because usually that's what they have on their plate, not canned. But we don't have colored green here. We have mustard, but we don't have colored green here. So that's one of my dream, because I am really the one who gonna take of those cooking. So I'm just gonna hire somebody will slice or prepare this, but the cooking, the ingredients, I'm the one who knows about that. So that's my dream. Because catfish here, we have a lot of catfish. We have a lot of catfish farm here, especially in Bulacan. Somewhere in Cavite, they have also, because some Tagalog people, or some, especially here in Luzon, they love catfish, grilled, fry, but Filipino style. As you can notice, guys, if you visit Cabalin, they serve grilled catfish in fried, but Filipino style. Actually, cooking is my passion. It brings a lot of joy to me. Somebody, when they eat my food and they like it, I'm good with that. So don't be surprised if you if you want to build up, a laundromat here, they're gonna copy your style for that. But you have to be smart, like I said, that you have to put it in the legal way. Okay. If somebody, especially because there's when I watch in Facebook, there's a Indian girl that wants to build up a business food, and then there's her American white American friend, actually her business partner, and then suddenly Kalash, or stop investing her, and then he put up same type of food, and the food that he served same as the Indian girl. So the Indian girl saw him, but thanks God that she won on that, because you can really tell the ingredients, the way that they set up, but the only difference is the name. But the food, the taste is the same as what the Indian girl made before, when they were a business partner. So the same thing that I'm gonna do. But so far, um, it's so hard to find a person that willing to work with you, willing to be uh, build up business. So if there's a right person that wants to be part of a business partner, yeah, I would love to. Because I know to myself, and I can guarantee that the food that I serve to people is good quality, and of course tastes good. I don't like to serve food that, oh, that is not, people don't really want. If they're gonna visit your place and they will tell to their self that, oh, this is my first and last to visit this place. I don't like the food. I don't, you know. So if you're gonna sell food to people, make sure that they enjoy the food. That's important, because no matter what, how far you are, if they experience you have a good food, that it's really worth it. Even though that's your place was so far, they're gonna return and eat in your restaurant. But if you don't serve the people the good quality of food, yes, that's what I said. They will tell to themselves, this is the first and last. I'm going to visit this place. Especially if they really go there, especially if they in other place or different cities. They have to go there just to try your food, but it's not worth it. So that's important. And I did the things that, some people like, I'll, because this is what I experienced, okay? During my birthday, I'll go a lot of lechon place, okay? I aware of, the comment, and I pick Lamberta's lechon, because there's influencer that tells, oh, this is good, the taste is, because they said that during the time of our national hero Rizal. My goodness, guys, I don't expect that, I know I came from Visayas, because most of people, when they do lechon, the lechon is the whole pig that they roast in a charcoal for a long period, for long hours, so 7 hours, it depends. So I know that, some of my family do lechon also. They put some leeks, leeks, lemongrass, to make lechon aromatic and flavorful. Jesus Christ. When I found out, when I opened the lechon, and they put banana leaves. I know banana leaves. There's a scent. There's no flavor. Is the banana leaves is not for lechon. So the banana leaf, they use that, to to do a bottle fight, but it's not part of the ingredients to make a good lechon. So I was so disappointed about that, because the lechon that I bought, the price is not a joke. And I really appreciate to the person who gave that money to sponsor that lechon. I don't. And you know what? Because um, I bought that lechon, and then they have free, like, blood stew. My goodness, guys, I can't take it. I can take it. The free blood stew, because smell shit of pig. I can't. I love lads too, but that time they give, oh my God, I threw it away. So the survey that they gave, and especially that blogger, I don't want to mention her name, but you're telling a lie, okay? So I trust your comment, I trust your blog, because you're very crazy about it. Oh, this is a juicy and tastes good. So what can I do? I already ordered that lechon. Okay. So lesson learned. So don't really believe on the what this influencer or blogger tells about the food. Okay. Don't believe that 100%. Like, there's a certain things that, I remember, the last time we went to the place of my sister's birthday. If we did not say something, the place that they shown online, that was 10 years ago, the first time that they built that place. When we arrived there, my goodness, so nasty. Okay, and then we complain about that. That's a good thing that they transfer us to the big place, that it's better than the place that we book. So don't believe those. I'm not saying that you have to be aware those what they're saying online, because it's not like 50-50. It's not true, and it's not really, the food is not really good, especially for those, for those bloggers. I doubt it, because that's what happened to me on the lechon. So when I comment about that, they never respond. They never respond about my comment, because I'm telling the truth. Okay? So if I'm not telling the truth and just make, to in Tagalog, sisiraan lang yung ano nila, yung business nila, they have to say something to me. Okay? But they did not, because I'm telling the truth. Especially, guys, well, I cannot really, because I really want to, I really want to sue that kind of, because, the blood so that they, gave to me. Actually, it's part of, it's part of the payment. They cook, it's watery and the smell like shit of pig. And I don't, when I open it and the smell is not good, I throw it. Because I pay them the right amount, okay, but they don't give me the right, the right food. So, okay, I'm done. So I have leftover Spanish rice, so I have to put this in the container so that I can store this in the refrigerator. So the Spanish rice, guys, don't stay outside, because there's a tomato, and this is one thing that for people who cook food with tomato sauce or tomato paste, don't stay it outside. If it's cool, put it in an empty jar, cover it, and put it in your ref, so that you still have a good taste. It's not spoiled. Okay, because if there's a tomato paste and tomato sauce, the food, it's easy to spoil. So avoid that things, because you don't want to have a food poisoning. So all the food that I have here, the leftover, so I still have, here, guys, meat. So it's okay. I can make this into another meal. Okay. So I can make this. All I need to do, just add egg or other vegetable. Let me climb. Ah. So I always have like this, so that I don't store my food in the refrigerator uncovered, because guys, don't think that Once you put your food on the refrigerator, it's safe. You have to cover that because most of people, they don't cover the food that they put it in the refrigerator. Cover it because there's a lot of bacteria in the refrigerator, guys. So if you have food, leftover food, cover it. Okay, so I'm done. How can I put here? So, okay. Because I did grocery yesterday, so my refrigerator is full. Oh my God. Okay, still can evil. All right, so maybe you here, and then the Spanish rice. Okay, okay. How how long I stay here? Oh, it's almost. So now you don't need to throw the plastic, guys. Okay, all you have to do just put it here. 1, 2, 3. Then store it in your refrigerator. Oh my God. Hindi kaya. So I don't need to cook because I already have some food that I store in my refrigerator. Okie dokie. I'm through. Now, it's time for me to clean. because I don't want the ants will go on my food. Need to soak this. Make a love shout out to million people. 2 million. Okay, okay. So guys, I let you watch me while I'm cleaning, huh? So I really appreciate you. You're watching my show. Okay? I don't know who you, but I really appreciate you you watch my show. Okay. So now I let you stay or watching me while I'm washing the dishes. See? I want to adjust my tripod. Yan. Kita niyo na ako. Can you, where's my phone? Let me put the tripod here. Hold on, guys. I will adjust, my tripod so that I have space here. Okay. So. Okay. So this is the thing the tripod that okay. See. Okay. You can see so I still have bell pepper. Actually, you can eat this, guys. Just like this, dip in the salad dressing. So there's onion, so I have to remove the one that is not good. You know what? The onion here, guys, in the Philippines, it's getting pricey. So I have to remove. I can still use this, but I have to remove some. See, onion here is pricey. Nako, sayang to. So I can use this to make vegetable soup or stew. See, I don't want to throw it away. I need to wear my eyeglasses na. I feel dizzy. Okay, good. So this kind of, I save this, okay? So you don't have to throw this. So you have to slice the part that is not good. Okay, so I already removed. And then here, still, you can use this to saute. So, because this is the first one that I opened this morning. And then, oh, I don't want to use that. So, okay, still good. So I have to remove the, okay. Okay. So now, so I have Ziploc. I have to store it here. So everything is, I already removed the rotten part. Okay. So here, so I have still onion. So be resourceful. Okay. So I'm gonna keep this. I store this in my refrigerator. Still good, guys. So I just removed the bad part. And of course, this one is still good, so I have to store there in my Ziploc so that it will maintain the freshness and the moist. So, because this one, guys, if you're gonna put this in your ref, that it's not inside the plastic. It's gonna be wrinkled and dry. So here's the thing that they said that put it on the paper bag. No, don't. Especially a tomato, it's gonna be dry because the paper has they're gonna absorb the moisture of the juice. So if you have like this, don't put it on the paper bag, put it in the Ziploc, because this one you can store this for about a week, but it still look fresh. It's not wrinkled. But if you put this in a paper, within 2 days, it's wrinkled and dry. So it's important that you have Ziploc on your. But there's other plastic container or plastic bag that you can buy, because Ziploc compared to other, like this kind of plastic, it's kind of a pricey, okay? But there's other cheaper sandwich bag or plastic bag storage. Okay, so This is inside the refrigerator. But before that, let me wash the soap that I use. And of course, I always put this kind of onion in a plastic, because onion is gonna be smelly when you open your garbage. So I make sure that I put it in the plastic before I drop this in the trash can. So now washing time. So when I cook or do something before I leave my kitchen, I make sure my kitchen is clean. Because this is my opinion or my stand. Always make sure that your kitchen is clean, because all the food that you eat, it's came from the kitchen, okay? And especially if you're health conscious, aware of your kitchen, that always clean. And some people that they're very they're very health conscious, but when they go to their kitchen, they are not clean. They are messy people. Some, huh? Some, not all. So after the pandemic, a lot of people, they use the 3 step to good health. But after the pandemic, no longer they do the 3 step to good health. Me, when I go outside, especially when I touch, or holding the coins, no matter what, I always wash my hand with soap and water. But some people, I noticed that they don't. So I always have this, see? And I also have hand soap in my uh, bathroom. I'm still using face mask when I go to the public places. Yesterday I went to SNR. Oh my God, there's a lot of people coughing. And then a while ago that I have colds that time before before Christmas. Oh no, I think before my birthday last October. So that's the reason why, guys, that I can count on my finger that we eat outside. Okay, so I'm very careful about the food that we eat and how they prepare our food. Sometimes we do, but not oftenly. I don't know. Don't bash me if I say that, guys, because that's my seriously, that's my personality. I hate uh dirt. I'm allergic to that. And that's the reason why, guys, that, when I go to, like, street food, before I buy the food, I'll take a look also, the vendor. Okay. How they look. Are they clean? You know, because I do believe that if you're selling food, you have to also aware of, hygiene. Okay. So if you look that people look, mm, 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 you refuse to buy their product. So I have a story about that. Okay. So there's an old man, I think he's 60, okay, 60 years old. So when I do, before I do walking, so I just go to the gate, and I walk, and then I saw an old man, okay, and then I call him and I ask what food he's selling, and then he's selling cochinta. Cochinta is made of sticky rice. They toppings with young coconut, grated young coconut. Okay, so I did not ask him to buy. I asked what food he sell, but he think that I'm going to buy. So he grabbed some of those cochinta and give it to me. And then, of course, I have to look at him that, he really looks sick, you know. So I ask, but I don't ask him, because if I like the food, I will buy, I will tell him, I want to buy that. Give me some pieces of this. But he gave, but, I just to give compassion to him at his age and he looks sick. So I bought like just 20 pesos, guys. And you know what? Because I don't really want to get, you know, I'm not prejudiced against him, but, I just use my common sense to help him also. So what I did is, I bought 20 pesos, and then he's happy that. And then, you know what? I did not eat. I give it to the guard, okay? Because I'm not really into that. I'm not prejudiced against those people, but I have also to beware or be careful about my health. So that's, so I'm not a mean person. So I just give him consideration about that also to buy his product. In the province, in the country side, yeah, we eat like simple food, but we make sure that the food that we eat is clean, is not, it's organic. Usually I grown that we eat organic food because my mom, she loves to, you know, she loves to plant some vegetables. Okay, so we eat organic food. And I didn't notice that when I moved here in Manila, the organic food is kind of a pricey. So I remember that, we never get sick, okay? The only thing that we get sick is just to catch colds because by month of October until December, it's the season of sugar cane. So the sugar cane flour, it makes you, the flour, it cuts you allergy for that. So that's the only thing that I remember sometimes, we have cough and runny nose, but it's like, it won't last. It won't last long because we eat like organic food and then fresh from the garden, that no pesticides. And my mom used organic or, natural fertilizer. So yesterday, Frank impressed about me because I cleaned my car really well. And then I told them, no, it's not yet. Because, if here, because, we're not allowed, to use water in the parking lot. Okay. If they allow us, to use water, I totally clean the car. Okay. Because that's my baby. So I really took care, I really to take good care of my baby, because my husband bought that for me. But I just one time that I drove that car. So wish one day I will drive that. So he was impressed about the car because it's shiny. So I'm like that. It reminds me of Jerome when he came here in my. So first and then the second time he mentioned that. But that's my personality, guys. I don't really like, especially now that I'm not working. No chance that my house is messy. No chance that my kitchen is dirty. Okay, I will not allow that. I love my home, and I will take care of my home. And at the same time, I will take care of my husband. Simple as that. So that's the reason why, guys, I don't understand. Some women, they complain when they get married, they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean the house. Oh, and then they want to hire a maid. So if that's the way that your husband, you work hard, you don't want to clean, you don't want to take care of him, and you want him to hire a maid. So what's the reason why your husband marry you? So he has to marry the maid because the maid do everything for him. Makes sense? So I don't want to do that. So I told Frank that one day if I cannot able to do these things, yeah, I think that's the right time that we can hire house help. But as of now, I enjoy. I don't complain. Sometimes I just complain because, oh, I'm tired, but I enjoy what I'm doing because I can see my house is clean, not smelly. One thing that I really hate to open, the refrigerator, guys. When you open the refrigerator, is smelly. Oh, I don't like that. You don't want to smell that on my refrigerator, guys. And of course, my toilet. The best part of the house that I love to clean is the toilet. I mean the bathroom. I like that. And one thing that on my, if it's time for me, to clean the floor, I like to clean the floor. Uh, but sometimes, I don't like because there's so much thing that I do in the floor. Okay. First, I'm gonna scrub that. I'm so, that's in Tagalog. I'm full of art. I scrub that and then uh, mop it, and then after I mop it, I have to mix some solution to disinfect the floor. Yeah, because I love to barefoot inside the house. So that's the time that if I barefoot, when I check my foot, it's kind of dirty, means it's time for me to clean the floor. That's my sign that I need to clean the floor. But I really clean the floor, totally clean. So actually, I have a schedule to clean our ceiling fan, but I have to order a ladder online first before, because sometimes I borrowed the ladder from the admin, but sometimes they're not available. So I told Frank I don't want to do that. You know, just buy our own ladder. So I can. We have a ladder here, but it's just only how many steps? 3 steps. It's not too high for to clean the ceiling fans. Because when I saw the blade of my ceiling fan is transparent. So when it's clean, when it's on, you cannot really, because it's a light, and then there's a blade, the transparent blade. If it's clean, you cannot really notice that there's a fan, ceiling fan. But if you can notice that if it's gonna be a dusty, and once it's dusty, I keep sneezing, sneezing, sneezing. So meaning that's the indication also that it's time for me to clean the um the ceiling fan. So guys, here see the grease from the beef. Oh, I have to on the hot water. So that's the reason why I cook it, and then I let it, drain the oil. So if you don't do that, look, see the grease. It you're gonna take this kind of grease and block your arteries. So before I wrap that, I let it drain first, and then when it's cold. So this is the grease. Like, look. So that not much if you're gonna get the 90% lean meat and 10% fat. But if you're gonna get the 80% lean and 20% of fat, there's a lot of grease here. See? So I have jars. So that's why, guys, if there's a big jar, I save that, because I store the grease here on the big jar, and I don't pour this on my sink because I don't want that will clog on my sink. It looks like peanut butter, but that's the grease from the burger meat. Okay, I let it, the water hot first. See? So I just store it here. Once it's full, I'm gonna dispose that properly. Okay, so hold on. My goodness, it's 10 o'clock now. Jesus Christ. I already reached the 2 hours, my goodness. So guys, I will not stay long. Okay, so any question? I want to relax myself first. Okay, there you go. So I adjust my tripod. You know this tripod that uh, MP gave to me. It's very useful. Okay. So I don't want to remove my apron for a while, so I just enjoy. So I have to relax my feet. Um, well, today is the highlight of Black Nazarene Fest or Fiesta. So my little sister, she's busy there, you know. So yeah, excuse me. I'm happy. So I bought, the big box of Fruit Loops because before we eat frosted cornflakes. So I told Frank that we're gonna change because we've been eat that for so many times. So we bought this in SNR here. So you can't find this in local supermarket like Robinson, SM, or any local supermarket. Only SNR. They have a big box. This. So there's a two bag inside big. So the price of this is like almost 700 pesos. So I did my 1 month 1 month groceries. So my freezer is full of meat, and I did six burrito. So how many? We don't eat that every day, guys. So the burrito, like I said, the burrito, it will last for about a week and 10 days. Okay, as long as you store in the right temperature, it will last. Sometimes it more than 10 days. Okay, but that's 6 pieces, so we eat that for 3 days. Okay, so sometimes usually we eat that dinner time. So breakfast, we eat cereal. Sometimes I cook rice, egg, and sausage, or a pancake, light breakfast. Usually I cook American breakfast, not Filipino breakfast. Okay, because Frank told me that he wants to have us same food. Okay, same food at the same time. But sometimes I like to eat Filipino food, but it's okay, but not uh, every day. And then lunch, just sandwiches. Okay, ham and cheese sandwich, BLT, things like that. But we do eat a heavy meal, not dinner time. So later tonight, that's our dinner. So there's a leftover Spanish rice and then refried beans. So that's our side dish while we eating, the burrito. So, and then my style, so that now I notice that there's a lot of vegetable now that the price goes up. Okay, so if it's I will give some tips for those Westerners, and of course Filipino mother or Filipinos people here. If you have a refrigerator or freezer in your house, if it's season of beans, buy because if it's season the vegetable here, it's cheaper. Okay, blanch it and store it in your refrigerator. You can store that for a month. Okay, that's what I do, because last Sunday I noticed that when before just only me and Frank. Okay, so actually uh, I'm more onto eating vegetable, okay, than Frank. Okay, so last year, my budget for, for vegetable, just like 1,000 per week. Okay. And I have, my eco bag, from the SM eco bag. It's full of vegetable. I have everything that I got. And then those vegetable that I bought in the cheapest price, I launched that in store in the refrigerator. But last Sunday, I just only store, the broccoli, and the sweet peas. So the reason why I blanched that in store in the refrigerator, because I don't want to cook that right away. So once you blanch it, the vegetable is good. You can store that for a month. Okay, so you don't have to rush, to cook those vegetables, because that time I don't really think that. So I have so many vegetables that I threw it in the garbage because it's rotten. I let it stay there, okay, and then by the time that I need to use, it's rotten. So what I did is I just blanched it and put it in the refrigerator. So now that I can see that, all over the world there's a inflation thing. So that's my style. Okay, so I don't need to worry about the vegetable that it will rotten for over a week. So I just store that in my freezer or my refrigerator. And this is the thing, guys, that I'm not the type of person that cook different menu. Okay, if I cook like a vegetable with meat, that's it. Okay, if there are gonna cook vegetable in meat that I can able to partner with mashed potato or rice. Okay, so I have that kind of menu. So if it's sandwich, and then sandwich, okay, because sandwich has vegetable. Also, I don't need to cook vegetable. So, and also it really helps. It really helps you to save the money, because now not only the food that you're gonna worry about is your health also in your place. Okay, roof over your head. So it's not the food that people. Most of people, they worry about the food, but you have to worry for everything. Roof over your head, bills, health. So me, if there's a, if there's a guest that I invite, so yeah, I'm very generous, to prepare food for them. I cook 4 or 5 menu for them, okay, because that's part of my hospitality as a Filipino. Okay, but me and Frank just only one. If I cook meat with vegetable, and that's it. Okay, sometimes I cook dessert, but sometimes I don't. So I have cookies here. See, so I bake this, so I don't need to go to the see. So I use the ice cream container. So this is my oatmeal cookies with pecan. Look. So I bake this, and I save money for that, because if you're gonna buy this, in the supermarket as big as this, because guys, you can see this in the video, it's small, but this is big, guys. A lot of cookies. So if I gonna mention, the price of this, you might get this about like 600 pesos. Okay, because the ingredients that I use is not really common in the the thing that the pecan, it's kind of a pricey here. So I save a little money for that. See, by making my own cookies. And in fact, Frank loves this. That's why I keep baking this, because he likes this. So I don't need to buy a container jar, cookie jar. So I save the ice cream container. Ay, nako. So, and then it's really sealed well. So it's funny. So I have bread there. I bought to a loaf of, well, that's my brand of bread, gardenia. Nothing else. I don't buy any brand of the bread. So this one, okay. So Frank said, "Oh, you get, I told him, get the thick slice, okay." So he has no idea because I'm often late to do that grocery with, and then he think that it's the same. No, I told him get the thick slice because I like the thick slice because when you do BLD, the regular the regular slice, it's easy, to separate, the bread. So I told him, it's better to get the thick slice. So guys, I don't want to stay long because I talk a lot, not 2 hours and 2 hours and 30 minutes. So once again, guys, thank you so much and have a good day. See you next time. Bye.